I have lots of information to share. Lots of information. Andy Williams, ground report. Isha Wells. I have a lot of information to give you right now, and I have a lot of information to disseminate. And when I disseminate the information, the question that will be on everyone's mind is whether or not we should trust the ground report team, whether or not we should trust Andy Williams and them. That's going to be on the minds of every single individual tonight after this. Or they can make this trend again, because someone was paid somewhere by some other individual on the ground report team, Real Media TT, somebody paying someone to bad talk pushback. Keep that in your mind. Somebody paying someone to bad talk pushback. In fact, you see all that went on outside of the Queen's Park Savannah there with Brother Umar Abdullah. Ask yourself why ground report didn't even support it. Why ground report didn't support it? Why the only person out there was Ruby Gem? Tell me, why the only person from group carry on? But here now, Andy Williams on his program started to talk about democracy, and it didn't come out for pushback for that, and it's all about democracy and democracy and democracy. Andy Williams, tell me who paid Isha Wells? Who is paying Isha Wells to bad talk pushback? Andy Williams, who is paying Isha Wells to bad talk pushback? Who paying her to do that? Who getting money for pushback? Tell me that. And I calling it out. I saying it big and bold. I'm saying it big and bold. Because all I want to condemn the actions of myself for that whole Kim Cole scenario down there at the Savannah. But yet all you're doing is such a corruption behind the scenes. One such a nastiness behind the scenes. And lying to the people, cheating the people. You come out there and then you're not there. When all hell break loose, you're not there to protect the people. The only people that left there is Ruby Gem and myself, and all you saw that for yourself. All you saw that Ruby Gem is the last man standing, everybody else gone. So Andy Williams, tell me, who is paying Isha Wells to bad talk pushback? Because we have a piece of clip. We have a piece of clip, Trinidad and Tobago. And I want to release that piece of clip that we have. I want to release that piece of clip, but I will leave it for Isha Wells to talk about and Ruby Gem to talk about. But tell me who is paying Isha Wells to bad talk pushback. Come and tell the people of this country how much money pushback collected and where the money gone. Come and tell us that. Don't come and be hypocritical and say we're not there for that and we're here for democracy and this and that and the other. Look, Trisha Hamilton want to do something on the same day of pushback, the 12th of February 2022, and ask Trisha Hamilton if it is that she has the support of Andy Williams and the ground report team. The only person that given Trisha Hamilton support is Trio.TT and also Ruby Gem. Those are the only persons that given Trisha Hamilton support. Why ground report not giving her support? Why ground report want everything for themselves? In fact, I heard on the radio, same ground report, same Real Media TT distancing themselves from all the pushbacks and said they are not the ones that protesting, and they're not protesting, and they're not doing this and they're not doing that. Why? Look how they distance themselves. They're distancing themselves from the people. Watch now. Don't make me start to talk, you know. Watch what you're saying, you know. Everybody want to come after the 21-year-old because it's easy to come after the 21-year-old. He not wise, he not strong, he not this, he not that, he not the other. That's what everybody's saying. Yet nobody could do the things that I doing. Nobody gonna run out in front of the parliament. Nobody gonna walk from over to Port of Spain and get locked up and chastised by police officers. Nobody gonna go to jail, sleep in a cell that full with shit. Nobody gonna do that. So bad talk the 21-year-old because he's not gonna stand up for yourself. Catch yourself, you know. Catch yourself before you wreck yourself. That's what I'm saying. Catch it before you wreck it. And I could play pieces of the clip, you know. Let me go to something. And I want to release it. Is some money, somebody collected some money, or they ain't collect the money yet, and they still bad talking, they still, you know, let me show you this. We have the information right here. We have everything right here. I want to show you this. Who is paying who to bad talk the protest? Who is paying Isha Wells? I want to know, Andy Williams, Who is paying Isha Wells and how much money did Andy Williams collect or ground report collect, and where the money gone? Where the money gone? Let me show you this.
Yes.
I'm gonna mute the audio because I don't want to play the audio. That's Isha Wells. That's Isha Wells. That there is Isha Wells with Ruby Gem. And not just Ruby. Let me show you this one too. Not just Ruby. Because we have an 11-minute clip. Look. Everybody want to say why David and Isha Wells car. Why David and Isha Wells car. The truth will come out. That is myself with Isha Wells and Ruby Gem. The truth will come out. This is an 11-minute clip. Look. 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 I ain't going to play the audio just yet. Let them respond to it. Let Andy Williams respond to it. We have an 11-minute clip. Who is paying who? And let Isha Wells deal with this on her platform. Who paying who? How much money was spent? Tell me. We're all getting money to spend. So much people, quote unquote, donated to pushback and this and that from the United States and all kind of donations come in. But the talk is, David, you do something wrong. David, you was wrong. You was totally wrong. Andy Williams, own up to your mistakes too. Tell the people what your mistakes were. How much money did Isha Wells collect and who pay Isha Wells? And how much money Ground Report and Real Media TT and the Pushback Committee and all kind of thing, how much to collect? Ask them why Pushback 1 was a failure. Vicky, you could talk about that. Tell them why Pushback 1 was a failure. Tell them why Vicky and all the other activists was excluded from being a part of the committee and the organizing and the strategy team. Why most of the activists were excluded. Why was Vicky excluded? Why was Ruby Gem excluded? Why was all these activists excluded? Tell me, why was all these activists excluded from being a part of the organizing committee? Is it because money was passing somewhere? How come Abdullah didn't know and now he know? Abdullah, talk about that too. Talk about what you know. They don't want me in this, you know, because I would expose everything, because corruption is not me, you know. Corruption is, I can't be founded in corruption. Corruption is not me. So you're bringing out the people. You're telling people, come out and we're standing for you. Stand your grounds and push back. You're telling people to stand the grounds and push back. Yet you're pushing people away. You're running from police when they come out. You're leaving the people there to get tear gas. And then you come in the next morning to say the police was wrong. The police was wrong. But you never stand up for nobody. When I was arrested, I came back. I still come back. I still come back. Where was you? Where was you? The only people that were there is myself. I saw Vicky. I saw Edward Moody. I saw Ruby Gem. Ruby Gem stood up for the police. The only person on that whole committee that stood up right in front of the police is Ruby Gem. Only person. And talk about why all they want to off radio. Why are they cutting up the woman's show? Why all they want to push the woman out? But don't worry. Don't worry, Ruby. You know we have a plan, Ruby. You know, we have a plan. We're going better. We're going to get bigger and better. Ruby, you don't know already. I ain't going to say more about that. I ain't going to say more. I ain't going to say more because we have so much to say. We have activists calling our phones to find out, you know, what's going on. How come you earned your stripes, David? How come? Tell me. Look, Vicky saying that she wasn't a part of this pushback too. I went there like everyone else. Everybody went there. Everybody went there, you know, and we're still going to support the pushback. But before we continue to support the pushback, the people of Trinidad and Tobago needs to know what they're getting themselves involved in and how much money people are making on your heads. On your heads they're making money on your heads. And then when it's time to stand up and face the heat, the people that you come out for are the persons that are running and leaving you in the front to fight for yourself. That's not how it's supposed to be. I told Ruby Gem that all activists are supposed to be standing up there together. Together we're supposed to be standing up there. I saw Ruby Gem kneel down and praying alone while all of them run. Everybody run. There was no ground report team to find. Nobody was there. Nobody was there. The only persons that getting locked up consistently is me. And sometimes Ruby Gem as well, if it is, you know, God say, yeah, Ruby, you go too. That's the only people. Everybody else run. Everybody go on north, south. Look, let me tell you something, huh? For all the people watching now, and I don't know why my life just cut up so much, because all I seen is like I don't know, I can't see my viewership at all. I don't know why that is so, but I can't see my viewership. But anyway, let me tell you something, right? Last pushback, Gary Aboud arrested, myself arrested, not Vicky, Edward Moody arrested, a variety of other persons arrested, all right? How come these people were not a part of the committee to talk about how we can improve pushback 2? How come? How come these people were not a part of the committee to talk about how we can better pushback 2? In fact, they excluded everyone else that got arrested. That is why the turnout was much less. Because if you had actually come and spoke, and spoke to all of the persons, all of the activists, all of the concerned citizens that were arrested come pushback 1, I guarantee the crowd would have been much bigger and we would have been able to do things much better. How come as well Umar Abdullah could get permission for about 250 persons today and you can't get permission? How come? Is it that you're bringing out the people so that you can create and instigate war in Trinidad and Tobago, and we supposed to fight that as stupid activists? We supposed to just go along with whatever you said. There's a variety of activists that thinking the same thing but not saying it. But I don't hold water in my mouth. There's a lot of people that saying the same thing and thinking the same thing and they're not saying it. How it is that Umar Abdullah can write to the acting commissioner of police and get permission for today? How come a woman like Trisha Hamilton, who just started doing all of this, because Trisha just started doing this, how can Trisha write to the acting commissioner of police and get permission for her walk or whatever she's doing come the 12th, and up to now you can't do nothing and get permission to bring out thousands of people via your radio station? How come? How come? But you have a whole committee, Trisha doing it by herself, Umar Abdullah doing it by himself with his little team, but the team is much smaller. And how these people getting permission, but Andy Williams and Ground Report not getting nothing? Who are you writing to? Who are you writing to? Are you bringing out the people to fight a battle that all you and all not gonna fight? I hear you buying corn soup. You're hiding from the people. Look, Ruby Gem. Ruby Gem went to talk to you and you're saying, Ruby, move from by me, move from by me. They're marking you, they're marking you. You're afraid. What are you afraid for? You bring out the people. You saying stand your grounds and push back. But then you hiding behind the people and saying, I'm media, I's in media. And you with your camera, I's in media. I'm not in this, I'm not in this, I'm not protesting, I just in media. And then stupid Trinidadians supporting that. Calling the show and supporting that and saying, yeah, Andy, I agree. You had to protect yourself. You had to be wise. Being wise is running. That's being wise. Being wise is bringing out thousands of people and then saying, you know what, all you fight it, pushing them in front, and all you fight it, leave me in the back. I go just tape all you get and lock up. That being wise? That being stupid? That being ignorant? That's what it is. I will never bring out thousands of people outside. Even if I can, I won't bring out thousands of people outside and then push them in the front and say, you take the heat by yourself and leave me in the back. If we can lock up all of we, that's what it's supposed to be. If it is that you want to lock up one person, lock up everybody. Don't just lock up one man and go. Lock up everybody in Trinidad and Tobago. Then you bring out thousands of people, let them fill the jail cells with thousands of people. But all right, no problem. I just find it strange that Umar Abdullah and Trisha Hamilton